Good morning and welcome to this live broadcast. I'm MJ, lifestylist, coming to you from my home and studio in Bournemouth in the UK. And we begin this morning by sharing our attitude of gratitude as we do every morning. So, attitude of gratitude, and what we would like to know is what 3 things are you grateful for this morning? What 3 things are you grateful for this morning? Pop them up on screen. Let's have a bit of a chat. Let's see where we go with that. As always, it's lovely to see you all. I'm feeling a lot better. Toward the end of last week, I was feeling energetically drained. I didn't have anything wrong with me, no congestion, etc., except that I felt like I had shin splints, my kidneys were hurting, and I just think that my body was drained and needed to have a bit of a rest. So my body took a little bit of a time out, which is quite all right, and I am not even going to try and apologize for it because that's what my body needed. So for 2.5 days, I was in bed. Good morning, Lucy Eggleston. Happy birthday to you, gorgeous lady. Here's hoping you have a fantastic day today and this evening, and that you are blessed and showered with lots of gifts and messages and cards and love and stuff. So nice to see that you're settling in where you now are. A of G today. A of G. Dog walk, tea and toast. I don't know what the A is. Is the G gratitude? Dog walk, tea and toast. I like that. I really like that. Let's pull a card for anyone that's watching right now. Here is a card for anybody that is watching right now. So happy birthday to you, Lucy Eggleston. Here's hoping you have a fantastic day. Anyone watching right now, making a choice is the first card I've pulled. It's card number 30. And as I said last night on my Psychic Sunday, it was... it used to be, so it's a pathway, and then there's 2 options at forks, and there's left and right. And I used to always read it as there's a choice between something more physical and something more spiritual, and there needs to be a balance between your physical world and your spiritual world. But since COVID started, I keep saying to everyone quite publicly that I now believe that that has shifted, and it's now a choice between, or a balance between, because it's a forked road, so you have to choose a pathway. But I truly believe it to be a choice or a balance between work and rest. So your physical commitments and then your physical commitment to yourself. And I think there's a balance there now, and there's a choice there to be made about which path to travel down and how far down that path do you start to balance out. It's a very, very interesting perspective. Lucy says she's been heaped with love today already. That's great. Jenny says, morning everyone, grateful for a good day to get outside, a chance to complete a few projects, and that the subs come out too. The subs come out too? I don't know what that is. Oh, A of G is attitude of gratitude. Absolutely, the A of G. There's a reason why I was confused about that, but I can't say on this channel. They usually say get your A into G. In South Africa, at least. I don't know if they do that here. So what have we all been up to? How was our weekend? What have we got up to? What have we been doing? Morning all. Grateful for my home, my health, and my friends. Amazing. Oh, that the sun's come out too. I'm getting very, very confused, nigga. I'm getting very confused today because there's all sorts of alternate connotations to things you guys are saying. So when Jenny said subs by accident instead of sons, subs in South Africa are like subscriptions or like fees. So like if kids play a sport, they would pay monthly subs, a monthly fee to do that sport or activity. So I was like, subs come out today. Oh, I wonder what you're charging for. As in what activity, like sport, or do you have a group that attends and they pay monthly? Yeah. My nose has decided it wants to run away. And of course I have no tissues to hand. So we'll just have to be brave until the end of this broadcast. Right, so how were your weekends? What did you guys get up to? How are we feeling about this coming week? We are now last week of November. Can you believe that? Last week of November. And we are hitting the ground running, aren't we? Last week in November, incredibly busy, and seeing how that goes. Boom, boom, boom. Morning, peeps. Sorry I'm late. Just woke up. Yes, Neets, I need to talk to you later today, if that's possible. Dum, dum, dum. Da, 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 da. I'm just looking at the other. So all the messages aren't coming through to one place. So I'm having to look at different places for different things. Because not all the messages come through to here, we've discovered. Some of you send messages and then you think I'm not answering your messages or not answering or putting your messages up. And actually, they haven't come through to this screen. Morning, Claire. How are you? Happy birthday, Lucy. Yes, happy birthday, Lucy. Big birthday for her today. Me, Colin, Charlie watching. Hey, Charlie. How are you? Charlie's the little one. Hey, yes, babe. Just seen your message. Oh. Yes, so lots going on. I actually received a contract last night to work on an Amazon TV show as executive producer for a new show. I was actually earmarked to be head judge for them, but the executive producer job role came up yesterday, and I kind of converted over to that. I applied for that and had an interview and lots of toing and froing yesterday, because obviously it's a role that needs to be filled urgently. The exec producer decided to step down because he has other projects to deal with, and so they needed the job filled, and so I'm going to be incredibly busy over the next 4 months working on a show. So we will see what happens with that. So that's my exciting news. I was initially supposed to be interviewing as a candidate for head judge for the TV show. I'd been shortlisted for that. But then with my experience in all things theatrical and fashion and styling and drag, they decided to see if I wanted to go for the other position. So I'm now the exec producer of a TV show coming out on Amazon Prime, which is bonkers. Bonkers. But it is something that I'm really excited about and really passionate about, and we will see where that goes. I will still continue as much as possible to do my spiritual work on here, but as I'm sure you all understand, I haven't had any contractual work at all since the beginning of COVID. So I've been relying heavily on whatever I get from my spiritual work, and it hasn't really been the same. So watch this space for details. Well done, Martin. Fab opportunity for you. It is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Neets. So that's my exciting news from the weekend. We had lovely shows this weekend. I had a lovely evening last night. I did finish early last night. I'm finding there's not as many people coming through on a Sunday night, and I'm not sure why. It is something I'm going to need to look at and see what I can do about that. Because it is something that is concerning me, and maybe, you know, we were talking about this over the weekend. Maybe things that are on the internet at the moment, like these shows, are fading because people are getting back to normal life, or trying to get back to a semblance of normal life. So people don't have the time to sit in front of a computer or a television and watch this type of show anymore. It has been a healthy distraction and or blessing and or habit for people, but you know, people just feel like they need to get back to their reality, and this is great, but it's not reality. So we shall see. I will attempt to keep up my commitment to you guys at least until the end of this year, and then take it from there. Once we're done, take it from there and see how that goes. See how that goes. That's amazing, says Sue. Thank you, Sue. And good morning, Claire. Let's pull you guys another card. Come on, where are our 3 things that we are grateful for this morning? What 3 things are we grateful for this morning? I would like to know. Our next card is Peaks of Joy, card 33. 33 is an angel number, angels guarding, protecting us, looking after us. 33, if you did reduce it, would come to a 6. So it's in the realm of family, I would say. And here we have a lady who's sort of flitting from cloud to cloud. There's stars all around her. She's got a butterfly in front of her. So there's transformation and metamorphosis and change that's happening as well. And these are all really, really good indicators of things that are just, you know, creating the idea of peaks of joy for her. So we're flying from one good thing to the next, one good situation to the next. And it's all very, very, very surreal, but very, very good as well. Something that is going to be incredibly important in the coming weeks, I feel. Claire says, grateful for uplifting music, lovely weather, and catch up with friends. Amazing. Well done, Claire. I feel like you've been lifted as well. There's something that's different now, and you've been lifted or helped out of a tight situation or a very careful situation. So that's something that's quite interesting, Claire. Very interesting for you, I feel. The next card I've pulled is Dry Desert. Dry Desert. Now, Dry Desert has this damsel in it. Oh, I don't know if you can. Oh, you can almost see this card because it hasn't got much green in it. So there's a damsel walking through a desert. There's some cacti in the background. It says Dry Desert at the bottom, and it's card 31. 31 is a 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. And Dry Desert for me always is like, don't make assumptions based on what you can see above the ground and what's going on around you, because actually below, underneath the ground, there's so much more going on. There's more activity and stuff going on that you're not even aware of. And Dry Desert reminds us that it just takes one good rainfall, and as soon as that good rainfall happens, the whole desert springs into life. So there's lots going on beneath the surface, lots going on underneath the ground. And that's really, really going to help with all the things going on. So people shouldn't make assumptions. People shouldn't assume that nothing's going on. Morning, Paulette. Hey, Terry and Marie. People shouldn't assume things of any situation at the moment, because there could be a lot more going on below the surface that people aren't aware of. And Dry Desert gives that impression. However, should there be a rainfall, it'll all spring into life. Paulette, I'm going to message you as soon as I'm done here, because I've received your booking and we need to sort out a time that's convenient for you. Been feeling lighter and happier lately. That's great. Morning, Kelly Dowrick. How are you? Love that haircut. My reality is stuck housebound this last year. I'm literally screaming to get a normal and better life. I've never been one to not be around people and socialize. Well, let's see what we can do about that, hey neets. Let's see what we can do about that. Thank you, lovely. Yeah, Neats, I would actually agree with you. I'm a very social person, and I'm a very affectionate person, and I desperately, desperately need to interact with others. And so, other than these platforms, I'm interacting with all of you, but it isn't real, because I'm not actually getting the physical interaction with people. And I don't mean that in any weird way. I mean, like, I'm used to hugging people hello and hugging them goodbye, and actually having physical conversation. At the moment, I'm talking to a camera and reading your responses. So there's no, it kind of bridges the gap, but it's not the same as having all of you sat in a room and I'm talking to a room full of people. Which is why the Zoom calls I really enjoy on a Tuesday and Thursday night, because it's interactive. So yeah. Morning, Liz. How are you this morning? Need the rainfall. Yeah. Been feeling alleviated today after yesterday's conversation. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad I could help. I'm also struggling. I love socializing and hugging. Yeah, I think it's for people that are tactile. That's the word. People that are quite tactile, that need the connection, need the connectivity, find it incredibly difficult. The isolation, the idea of the isolation or the lockdown, the idea of having physical restraint being put on what we are able to do, what we're not able to do, what we're permitted to do. All of a sudden, having yourself sort of boxed down is not a great thing. Not a great thing at all. And so we have to do what we can to try and assimilate that. And my go-to was coming to the screen, but it's still not the same. It goes a little way to repair it, but it's not the same. So, Sue Venus says, grateful for my phone, my spiritual knowledge, and patience. Please stay online until those hugs come back. That's so cute. I will do my very best, Sue. I will do my very best. I did make a commitment to all of you, and I am aware of the commitment that I've made. Cannot wait to talk to you about that. The LGBT project I'm working on. Ooh, BE LGBT. Yeah. I keep trying to distance myself from this work, but it keeps pulling me back in. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Terry Ann's contacting me from Italy. You and this tribe and the new drag tribe have literally kept me afloat this last year, and that is what I am grateful for. Amazing. Needs, I need to contact you at 10:30. When this call is over, can I quickly video call you? It is quite urgent. Just say yes or no. I don't mind. Well, when lockdown is lifted, I'm pretty sure you're going to get loads of hugs and squeezes to make up for all this time without. Brace yourself. Honey, I'm ready. You can't scare me. I'm a Safa, South African. We like the hugs. Best you be first in the queue, sister, from another mister. Mel, it's lovely to have you with us this morning. I know you've been super busy, but it's really nice to have you here. Jenny says, I've been feeling at home this year. I'm good with family and one-to-one meetups, but never been one for socializing in groups, unless, like open-minded people, have missed doing my healing. Like internet groups, distance healing doesn't feel the same. Yeah, people keep asking me if I'm going to teach Reiki online, and my answer is no. For me, I don't believe you can teach Reiki online. And I've closed my Reiki school for this year, and I've closed my modeling school for this year. Like a lot of projects that I'd started are now kind of waiting for me to be able to do what I do properly and fully. Kelly says, I find myself not shutting up when on a dog walk, although I always speak to strangers, but I think they want to get away from me. Kelly, I think you should gauge that. I think it's great to greet people, and then if they stop and want to have a chat, fantastic. but try and keep it short and sweet. And think of it this way: you can get lots more short and sweet conversations in than one long conversation with someone who might not actually resonate with you. So maybe try and keep them short and sweet, and see how many greetings you can fit in, rather than keeping one person on the line for a long time and feeling a little bit like they didn't want to really talk to you. It's an idea. Try it. See how it goes. I'm in bed watching you. Can you give me till 10:45, please? Well, I've got a meeting at 11, and I need to talk to you before that meeting, urgently. All I need to see is your face. I don't need to see your bed. Babe, I missed the last week. What's happened with the fundraiser for the little boy? Oh, for the little boy, Thomas was able to raise £505. His goal was 100, and then through our drag show and some other contributions from you guys, he came up with £505 that he's now donated to that fund, which is really great. I'm doing a fundraiser this Friday night, guys, for a little dog who's had to have chemotherapy. His name's Ollie. His parents are good friends of mine, Ty and Roy, and it's just horrific what proper medical treatment can end up costing, especially if you're not expecting it. And they never expected the little dog to get cancer, and bless him, he's such a little trooper. So on my MJ Lifestyles page, there is an event link there that you can go on to that you can go on to sort of book your space. We've suggested that it's £10 a ticket for Friday night, and all the money will go to them. I don't take any money from that event. It's all for them. Morning, everyone. Grateful for the roof over my head and the food in my tummy, and for my beautiful daughter. Cool. I am the mad dog lady. Dog lady. I'd like to talk to you, Kelly, but I don't have a dog. That's okay, Needs. You can pretend to have a dog. You could take Reese for a walk. You could take Howard for a walk. Not necessarily with a collar and a chain, but you could go for a walk and chat to people on your walk. I give you permission. I'll get up now. Oh, well, if you're going to get ready in 6 minutes, I'm really impressed. I had someone run along the side of my bike to chat. Lol, I got off and walked and talked. A little weird, but he obviously needed to talk. That's very weird. I don't know if I would cope with that, Jenny. I would be like, freak. No. I'm being terrible. I think people migrate naturally to people who are willing to talk or willing to listen. I find a lot of people talk to me, but I also make myself available to be talked to be spoken to or spoken with. So I think it depends on you. It depends on what energy you put out. If you come across as someone who is willing and able to interact, especially when people are so starved of interaction at the moment, they might be drawn to you more like a moth to a flame. There might be more of that connection because people are so starved of connectivity, of the ability to connect. So yeah, put Howard in a collar. Moving on. Needs can be just barking mad. Lol. Love her. Today I'm grateful for warm water, heating, and you, Martin. Thank you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for the interactions I'm able to have through this medium. I know that I've just said that it's not the same, and it isn't the same. I'd far rather have you all in a room chatting to all of you, like I do when I do my big workshops or my big demonstrations. But if this is how I'm able to interact, then that's what I feel I'm going to do. Oh, Natalie Claire Wheeler, why are you angry? Oh, I hope I haven't angered you. There's an angry face, and apparently it came from you. We will see, we will see, we will see. Right. Yeah, I'm that person on the bus that everyone that needs something flocks to. Haha. Yeah, on the bus I stick to myself. On the bus I put my headphones in and I try not to touch anything. Even before this all started, people are just like, lack of personal hygiene and personal space is awful on the buses. So I just avoid interaction. I also use the bus a lot for my own personal, just to get my, because I don't drive, we use the bus. So if I'm going to a meeting or I'm going to a rehearsal or whatever, I usually use the bus ride to prepare myself for what I'm going to. So I'm not really overly keen on interaction with people. I will get up and offer my seat to someone if there's a need for a seat being offered. I will happily do that. But it's definitely one of those things that is personal to me. Like, I want to take the time and the space whilst traveling to prepare myself for whatever I'm going to. So that's the one place I'm not really open or available to people. But as I say, I will happily offer my seat to someone if they need it, and that is just the way I roll. I get spirit come through from random strangers. However, I don't share as they may run away. Yeah, I have an ethical issue with that, Kelly. I also have that, but if people haven't sought out my spiritual advice or spiritual knowledge, then I do not tend to offer it at all, because people need to ask you. You can't volunteer it to them. I believe that's a little bit unethical. I think people should be wanting and open and receptive to. It shouldn't be something that's sprung upon them. But that's my feeling on the matter. Apart from being at work, I think I spend more time with you on Zoom than I do with anyone else at the moment. Liz, I probably would say you're correct. Oh, and what a time it is. And what a time it is. Melissa says, "Gotta go, babe. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Lots of love to you too. Gotta go. Mark's just arrived home. Oh, bless him. Well, I'll send lots of healing, Jenny. I'll send lots of healing." Right, everybody. I have had a fantastic morning with you. It's time to get on and work on my new job. And I shall look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, if you're able. 10 till 10:30, Monday through Friday. And failing that, Tuesday nights we've got our development at 8 till 9:30. Thursday nights we've got our mediumship 8 till 9:30, and that is through Zoom. And then we also have our fundraiser this Friday, which is from 8 until 10, also on Zoom. But you would have to book a ticket for that, and you do that through the page, through the event. And then Sunday night, we've got Psychic Sunday. So at some point this week, I hope and pray to see you all safely returned back here again. Please take care of yourselves and each other's. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you're doing the best you can with the tools that you've got. Until I see you again, be blessed. Have a fantastic day. Namaste.